Hello, hello. Welcome to the replay viewers. I thought I would welcome you guys first because I tend to forget you. Welcome to the people joining live on this Periscope. Thank you for joining me. It is Friday here in Australia. Yay, Friday! It's actually some holidays here, so it's like every day's a weekend. So I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing great. If you're coming in live on the scope, pop up a tag, say hello. I like to, greet my followers by name. So thanks for joining. Hello, welcome. How you all going? Like I said, it's Friday and it's glorious. Normally it's pretty stinking hot here in Adelaide during summertime, but it's not that hot. Today I wanted to talk to you guys. I don't know if you've been following these scopes. If you haven't, you can grab them over. Hey, Bobba. Grab them over at catch.me/right-to-right-AUS. Thanks for joining and thank you for the hearts. Really appreciate it. So what I'm doing is I'm going back and I'm doing a daily scope to help you guys get through some of this icky stuff that often comes up around New Year's. And I'm doing a daily scope followed by a wrap-up on Sundays my time, remembering I'm in Australia, so that means Sunday here might be Saturday for you guys if you're in the UK or the US. So catch these scopes live. Just so you know a little bit about me, my name's Cara. I actually hold a degree in psychology and a graduate diploma of management, and I am passionate about helping businesses inject that psychology into their business. But today what I wanted to talk to you about was JFDI. It was in the title, and so you would have seen it unless somebody's invited you into the scope and you've jumped in partway through it. So how many of you know what JFDI stands for? Tuck up a 1 in the comments if you do. 2 if you don't, let me know, so I would really appreciate it. Oh, you all got it? You all got it in spades? Anyway, look, for the replay viewers, I'll explain what it is because they're not actually able to comment. So JFDI is, hey PGM, what is it? Glad you asked. So it's just effing do it, okay? So like I said, I've got a degree in psychology, so you've got to JFDI a whole heap of stuff. And the other day actually, you know what? I've done a lot of JFDI this week. First of all was outsourcing part of my website, big JFDI on that one. I mean, that meant handing out some considerable cash. And the second one that I've done is, agreeing to a girls' night tonight. I wasn't going to do it, and then I went, you know what? I need to get out. The third one, actually prepped it Wednesday night, and it went out Thursday. So I use MailChimp to send out my emails. So Wednesday night, I scheduled an email to go out to my mailing list to say, look, you know, I'm rebranding and all of this kind of stuff. And what I really need is I need some testimonials from you guys. Would you mind replying to my email? Normally I wouldn't do that. I'm not very good at asking for help. But I decided I needed to. JFDI, get it out there, because I needed this information. And you know what? If I don't ask, like I said earlier in the week, if you don't ask, the answer will always be no. So I wanted to talk to you today about JFDI. So there are a few things that I've been JFDIing over this week. So I've actually written about this in the past on my blog, but I thought it was a good time. A lot of my scopes are things that have come up for me during the week. So, you know what, if they're coming up for me, they're bound to be coming up for somebody else. So that's the kind of way I roll with these scopes. So here are some notes that I'd made previously on my blog post. You can find it over at right2right.com.au. But I'm going to share you the main points for getting your JFDI happening. So one of the reasons why I believe in JFDI is because I've got three underpinning beliefs or sayings that guide me. One is that I don't have the right to make anybody else's life more difficult than it already is. The second one And it doesn't really apply to JFDI anyway, but it's nice. The second one is that I don't regret anything that I do, because I always make my decisions based on the information that I have on hand. So if I make the best decision that I can, knowing what I know, why should I regret it? The third thing is a life lived in fear is a life half lived. So they're the things that underpin. And it's the last two. I don't regret anything that I do, and a life lived in fear, that really underpin this whole JFDI thing. So you know, I mean, I've been doing JFDI for a while, asking people for testimonials, paying for some website stuff, small JFDI things. Big JFDI thing was leaving my 6-figure corporate cushy government job to actually set up my own business. So that is a big thing. I actually went from the main income earner in our family to being dependent on my husband's income. So that was a big JFDI for me. So that's one of the things that I've done. What you need to do, though, is to make sure that you get out of your own way. Okay? Seriously, stop holding yourself back and just do it. I will often find that when I'm about to do something, about to make a big change, need to make a big leap, I really have to suck it up, buttercup, and get through it and JFDI. It's hard, I know, but you know what? Nothing good will happen unless you do it, unless you JFDI. So don't excuse yourself from doing it. That's another thing. Don't make excuses as to why you shouldn't, you couldn't, you won't. Don't. Because you're just holding yourself back, and you don't have, one, the right to hold yourself back, and two, you don't have the right to stop us from hearing what you have to say. So JFDI, okay? The other thing is that as a mum, and I am, hey PGM, thanks for joining. As a mum, the one thing that I need to JFDI is self-care. And I did this last night. I took myself out for a walk. We're now 5 weeks into an 8-week break here in Australia, summer holidays, and I needed to get out. I needed some alone time. I needed some mummy sanity time. So I went for a walk. I strapped on my sneakers and I went for a walk. Sneakers, trainers, sand shoes, whatever you want to call them. And I took myself out for a walk and I got out and it was glorious. I was able to see some amazing things and it really filled my soul. And it filled my heart to actually put that time in myself. And that is another reason why I'm going out tonight. Because I need that space. I need that space to remind me who I am and what I do and what's important to me. And to reconnect with the people that are important outside of my family. Because as a mother, I spend so much time giving. And there are times when I need to give myself that space to recoup. So some of you, especially if you're a parent, you may find that you need to JFDI some self-care as well and put yourself first. Remember, when they go through that safety briefing, when you jump on the plane, guess whose mask you have to put on first? Just think of that one. So the last point that I've got to make about JFDI is there is no right or wrong way of doing this. You just have to do it. So tweet me up if you actually do just go out there and effing do something as a result of this scope. Please tweet me out. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear you guys, your successes and how I've inspired you. It really warms my heart to know that your success coming out of what I've inspired you to do really warms me. So take care. Go out there and tackle that thing that has been holding you back. Don't make any excuses. Make sure you JFDI some self-care, and I will talk to you tomorrow. All right. Thanks for joining. Bye.